Ghosts by Ibsen. Difference between model answers and small question answers. I mostly write model answers. In our time, in honors and MA, we did not have small question answers. Have good preparation, then fill your form. For good preparation, you need textbooks. And on the basis of textbooks, you can write small question answers. All right. Now I'm giving you the little help that I can, okay? I'm giving you the little help that I can. For some question was, see the text and answer the questions. The question was, how many acts in Ghost? This you can find out in Google. You'll ask Google how many acts in Ghost, and they will tell you. So from the Google I've got, there are 3 acts in Ghosts. Second question is, Mrs. Alving loves her husband, so she decides to build an orphanage in memory of her husband. The question was, why does Mrs. Alving build an orphanage in the name of her husband? So because she loves her husband and so she wants to build an orphanage. So this is from my memory. I read the text long back, and from memory I'm giving you this answer. But you check up. You read your text and then you decide if it's correct, is right, wrong. Third question is, Mrs. Alving is a new woman because she leaves her husband because of his loose character. So the question is, why do you call Mrs. Alving a new woman? So she's a new woman because she leaves her husband, छोड़ देती है, because of his loose life. He has got a loose life, he has relation with many women, he has got a sexual disease, syphilis, venereal disease, and short and VD. So if she lives with him, she will also catch the infection, so she leaves him. All right. So that's so she's a new woman. Because generally, old women, traditional women, they don't leave their husband, but she leaves her husband, so she's a new woman. Now, old ideas and tradition haunt us. Mrs. Alving goes back to her husband with loose life. अब देखिए, old ideas, ghosts, old ideas, पुराने विचार. Because of old ideas, she goes back to her husband. She had left her husband because of his disease, but one priest, a religious man, says, no, it is very bad to leave your husband, it is a sin to leave your husband. And so she comes back to her husband. And when she comes back to her husband, she has sex with him, he has sex with her, and he has infection of VD. He passes on this disease to his son. So he makes his wife pregnant, and the son that is born has the venereal disease, syphilis. He passes on this disease to his son. If Mrs. Alving did not follow old ideas and tradition, she could have remained away from her husband. You see, if she did not follow old ideas, she could have remained away from her husband. She would not have become pregnant if away from her husband. You see, if she was away from her husband, she would not have become pregnant. She would not have become pregnant if away from her diseased husband. So she would not have become. Oswald, a diseased son, would not have been born. So if there was no sex, she would not become pregnant. If not pregnant, Oswald, a diseased son, would not be born. PTU, I don't know what I have got here. Yeah. Well, the question is, what is the meaning of joy of life? Joy of life means pleasure of sexual or conjugal life. Joy of life. Oswald wants the joy, although he is not married. Because of the disease, he has got too much sexual excitement, and he wants the joy, although he is not married. He is mentally disturbed because of his father's disease. So this is the thing. So he wants the son, he says, my son. So that is the madness of the disease. Mrs. Alving has been created as the prototype of the earliest feminist. Prototype means original of the early feminist. She's an early feminist. Achha, prototype means the earliest. Feminist means a person, male or female, who supports the cause of girls and women. So feminist means any person, it can be male or female, who supports the cause of girls and women. Who support the women is a feminist. Mrs. Alving is an early feminist. So she supports the women. After her, we have characters like Candida, in J.B. Shaw's play. And after Mrs. Irving, there are many ladies who are feminists. For example, Candida in Bernard Shaw's play. All right, now F, H, and there are many more questions. You see, I'm sorry I can't answer at present. I have to read the text and then it will take some time, it will take a long time. So I request you again and again, first read the text thoroughly and then fill your form. That's all. Thank you.